Alright, we're back with more Fallout New Vegas. Because I'm still trying to complete this, and this DLC is kind of annoying. Gotta find a way to do it. I had to get my health back up because I was like maybe 40. So yeah, I did not have a lot of health when I loaded on and looked. I think, what the hell? Okay, what am I supposed to be doing here? I activated it, correct? Oh. Which one am I supposed to do? Okay. Oh.
Attention students, this is the pre-recorded voice of your pre-recorded principal, Dr. Principal Boris.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Why am I still in slow-mo? Okay, there we go.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Ow. Okay, game.
Attention students, this is the
Time to
pre-recorded
fight.
voice of your pre-recorded principal, Dr. Principal Boris.
Bad guys dealt with.
How's my red? My reds are fine.
This one looks pretty tough. I can't give you anything for that injury. I can't give you anything for that injury.
Obviously, I'm going to save again because I tend to die a lot. And it's a little
No
annoying.
more impacts. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an Autodoc suit.
I don't know why the game keeps
No
freezing
more
like this.
stim packs. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an Autodoc suit. I can't give you anything for that injury.
Dr. Mobius, surrender yourself. You cannot win despite the fact that the odds are heavily in your favor.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
I have no health, I just realized that.
That's all.
Yeah, well, to you, I'm not a law-abiding citizen, so... yeah. What is the, RCW? EC, okay. I have no idea, so I'm really gonna low.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Alright, bud. Pretty high damage weapon on it.
Hostilities complete.
Trying to steal the H2 transmitter array antenna, are you? You won't succeed. Not if my lethal robo-scorpions have any say in the matter.
Oh, fuck, what do I drop? That's a weapon. I'm about to try it. I want to try that. That's not all that good. What the hell is it for? Yeah,
Uh-oh.
The eye of Mobius sees you.
okay, not too bad.
Our lobotomite, 3. Dr. Mobius, 0.
Oh my god, that dog is going crazy. I'm gonna have to go check on him.
Intruder, you're not what you have stolen from X.
Am I over one again? Why does it keep doing that? I lose. Fine, drop. Drop. There we go. Damn. I have a wonderful time. There we go.
Was that all?
Okay. I do need to do that. But I don't have any stealth toys.
I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me.
Might I be of service, sir? Very good.
Michael. Sleeping. Couch. If you look around, you see him. That says 41, it says 40. Also, it's lighter. Yeah. That was fun little last, but that one I have there is just great. These are good, but they hurt more than they help.
Might I be of service, sir? Very good.
Okay, now it costs 7,000.
Might I be of service, sir?
Let's see what you have. You still got my grenade launcher, which you're selling. Pretty fucking expensive. Oh. Wait. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll take the fucking repaired one. Oh, do I have to go through all of that again to redo that?
Might I be of service, sir? Very good. Do you, sir? Well, if that is sir's wish.
Oh, excuse me. Alright, try this again, because I gotta do this without them noticing.
Time to fight.
If I go to disable robots, that'll... Okay.
I can't give you anything for that injury.
Ah, you fucking missed. Oh, I just realized it made me bold.
You won't escape me.
No more Stimpaks.
Robo Scorpion.
I am so close to death there, look at that.
Cessation
Ow.
of hostilities complete.
Go back and heal really fast.
We're out of Stimpaks. Maybe you'd be better off with an Autodoc suit.
Great. Yep, I see it right there. This is how we get away from... Run! Anything in here? Oh, we do.
I can't give you anything
Bullshit
for
there,
that
not that
injury.
close. Oh, okay. Joke's a new game. I have an infinite health. I could give this antenna array, but it's a pretty good bludgeoning weapon. Just slap people over the head with it, be like, boop.
Uh-oh.
Right on top of one of these.
No more stim packs.
What do we got? Maybe. Look at the gunslinger. There we go. Nope, not the one.
Oh my! Partial functionality restored. That's less than optimal. Oh, well, that's very sweet of you. Maybe one of these nights we can discuss theorems. Slow down there, Tiger. We've got all the time in the world. No need to rush into things.
The fact I get hit on a robot.
Why don't you take some time to brush up on your knowledge so we can keep things stimulating? Dr. Mobius and I were deeply involved in research on the ability of light levels to enhance human cognition. We observed a fascinating phenomenon. Certain spectra of visible light actually increase cognitive function and reasoning ability. Of course, Dr. Mobius's brain is so big already, we had a hard time measuring it. As much as I'd love to, I'm afraid not. The data from that study has gone missing. You'll have to find a backup if you want to use the smart lights. Certainly.
Okay. I don't think there's anybody. I was wondering why I couldn't.
Yeah, dig that sweet music. Damn, it's good to be back online. Dig, I'm an acoustical wizard kid. Old Doc Mo used me to prototype his sonic weapon designs. Get me a good sample base to work from, and I can whip up a wave that makes Jericho look like a kazoo. Got yourself a sonic emitter, don't you? Thought so. Bring that old thing on in here and bring me some sound samples and I'll make that baby sing. Or scream, if that's what you want. Right on, Daddy-o. Just plug it in and I'll mix you up a sweet, sweet sound.
Ooh.
Used to. Long time ago. Then old Doc Mo ripped out my music drives and stuck in more acoustical processors. Guess you could say I got the blues, even if I can't play them no more.
Alright. So now my sonic emitter can do more. Game froze. Go ahead and do this. Probably missing a lot of stuff, but that's okay. Hey you. Hey you. I think I gotta talk to you.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated. What? You did? Your survival, let alone success, barely registered in my projections. Now, all I need to do is check my transmission databank. Mobius is always filling it up with his psychotic calls. Oh yes, there's the schematics, just like you said. How truthful. Yes. 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 No. I mean, yes. You just need to analyze these technologies for a moment. They are extremely advanced, you know? I know how these technologies work. Of course I know. If you remember, we described them in clearly abstract, contradictory statements before. Why would we do that if we weren't certain on...
I'm kind of annoyed at the freezer.
on how to use them? Yes. So let me... a bit, huh? I'll figure it out. Yes, that's what I believe I said. I've got it. The cardiac regulator in the suit, the antenna for brain waves, and the sonic frequency for the vertebral nerves. I'm thinking. This is all very complicated. Let me check something. Of course. I have it. The override sequence to open the Forbidden Zone door is hidden in the schematics. Well, not hidden. It's actually right there, behind the programming equivalent of coffee stains. It's embedded in what seems to be recursive code. It's badly commented there and there. Oh, and null pointers, very sloppy, Mobius. You see, using the antenna to boost the emitter's sonic frequency, and the stealth suit to bypass the Forbidden Zone lock, yes, that could work. Was that my plan? It must have been. Sometimes I truly surprise myself. The door is open, and now Mobius will get his. The door should be unsealed. Now, instead of being subjected to threats, we can now send an equally threatening message to Mobius. And that message is science. Deliver this message, and Big Mountain shall be freed from Mobius's reign of terror. You can go now. That's your cue.
Okay, that is weird. What do I do? It doesn't. It's not. Did it give me like a? Oh.
Uh-oh. Was that all?
Where am I going? Oh.
This one looks pretty tough. No more stim packs.
Go, my minion! Sting them in the name of all that is Mobius! Nice.
Oh, great.
Sleeping done. Fighting now.
That's not enough damage, honestly.
You're no match for science!
No more stim packs. No more stim packs. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit.
There you go. Fuck.
Was that all?
So close to death. I do not like that. Hold on. You know, might as well
You
just...
require some additional services? Rightly so.
Oh, okay.
That's all. I can't give you anything for that injury.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to do there.
Time to fight. Fighting over. I can't give you anything for that injury.
It looks like the target drone's got activated and... Oh, how cute! They're engaging the export giant robot scorpion. Let's see the strap.
I can't give you anything for that injury. Do you like me? No more stim packs. No more stim packs.
Nope. Okay, well, I was gonna say typically they have some good stuff in there, but they did not. What, 254?
I can't give you anything for that injury.
Crush them with your pincers!
Okay, so I gotta keep getting to those. I'm hoping this is correct. I have no idea.
This will keep you on your feet.
Oh shit. Hold on.
This one looks pretty tough.
$55 XP for that thing right there. Honestly, that should be worth more. Nice, I've actually given me ammo. Take that, I can sell it for a good bit.
Good boy, lights on.
Yeah, that's how the pseudo actually remind you, like, hey, your light's on.
We're all lit up. Is it Christmas?
I think I should look around. Alrighty, I think that's everything we can do, so let's go confront Mobius. Or where the fuck he says it. Ironic how it looks exactly the same, just like more darker.
Good boy, lights on.
What do I do? No fucking wonder. Oh well.
Yo, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days.
Oh, okay then.
You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing, you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. A little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely. Oh, well, that's good. Were we supposed to fight? I certainly don't feel violent, but, well, these contraptions make it hard to tell. Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like?
Annoying
After
out for
all,
yourself.
it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I. Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. Anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition. Now, that seems to be rather hormonal of you. Flight or fight response, you know. Hard to cut that out completely. Your brain is here, safe with me. We chat over mentats. Oh, curiosity. I experienced that less now that I know everything. Oh, maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers. Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose. I find things curious as well. Go on. Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes. Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat, then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
So I gotta go talk. Yeah, I gotta go talk to them.
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, hmm? Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again? Yes. Well, you do know that those particular organs don't have neurons and are thus incapable of speech. Yes? I don't have... Ugh. I have an inferior frontal gyrus wired directly into a speech synthesizing processor.
Is this how my character is supposed to sound?
Your heart can't be wired up to a thought synthesizing processor. You can't talk to it. Very well. Let me put this in terms you'll understand. Brain, smart. Heart, stupid. Spine, very stupid. You, exceptionally stupid. Does that explain the matter? I've been bettering myself, I'll have you know. I've been reading. Actual literature, mind you. Not that La Fontaine or Tales of Chivalry drivel. I've been studying the classics, acquiring a solid grounding in medicine and the sciences. Also, I'm fairly certain this tank has been liberally salted with ground mentats. Well, we certainly wouldn't want to strain your comprehension, would we? Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie? Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good Lord, have you bathed at all since they pulled me out of you? Well, I see sarcasm hasn't eluded you. Fine, perhaps now isn't the best time, but it's the principle of the thing. Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote, as if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Hmm? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment? I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, that sense of righteousness and that rush you get when you help someone, do you know where those come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
Damn.
Fun? Fun? Is tetanus fun? Hmm? Is rickets? What about sepsis, huh? Enjoy that, do we? The things you do with our body are suicidally dangerous, and if you could silence your glandular impulses, you would hear me screaming at you! After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome. Well, as long as your curiosity is satisfied. I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you. Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat oozing hormones. I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it? Yes, all right, bravo. You've come up with something I neglected to consider. There'll be no living with you now. So, what do we do about this?
Nova! Where are you going? No, go that way!
You mean I'll stay in my tank and you'll stay in your...
Come on!
skin?
I gotta go pee!
Handle our own areas of expertise? I certainly like the sound of that. Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share. And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead. Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan? Right! Look out, think tank! This brain is coming out of its jar! I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
I mean, I wouldn't mind keeping my, Oh, okay, I don't have to. Does this refill? Oh, no, that one was just missed. Okay. Kinda need the brain, but the heart and the spine are fine. Excuse me. Seems to be the ending of the DLC, though. Okay. Something here.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped? A fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack!
This one looks pretty
Does this
tough.
weapon have soft lock? Anyone?
These fuckers are lying.
Incredible power of our atomic concentration. I don't even know what my weapons do.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Ten skills, huh? Let's get that max to 100. I don't know why my health keeps fluctuating.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
Although, truth be told, the courier had barely explored the crater in an attempt to rush through and be done with the whole thing. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
So does our brain talk to me now?
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of Mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome gained a frontier town feel with the few modules installed. They shouted at each other across the HQ occasionally, either threatening each other or announcing a discovery. It kept things lively. Secretly, the Sync Central Intelligence Unit was relieved that not all of the personality chips had been found. What was there was enough.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
Blind-eye old Jefferson eventually discovered a new sound. Silence. It only made him more filled with the blues than before.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic, dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements.
Yeah, I really did.
Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It
like an
felt
overview of everything I did.
fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it, without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
The think tank basement, filled with the lobotomized robotical frames of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy.
There was no pleas. They were saying, how do we do this?
They broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome.
I mean, I guess you can consider that a plea.
The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent. as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was Old World blues, and New World hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sync sat
I can go
vigilant,
back anytime I want.
waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
I know I'm supposed to be doing this later, but like at the same time, I'm kind of screwed in the main story.
Okay, your brain is back in your body. That's okay. Your head's still cannot be crippled, but you're only 10% more resistant to addiction cells. Surprisingly, your damage threshold has been... Oh! You acquired the Big Mountain transporter capable of transporting you and you alone between Mojave was okay. To return to Mojave or go back to... Okay, alright.
Huzzah, sir! Huzzah! Huzzah, sir! Might I be safe in the assumption that matters with the think tank had been satisfactorily concluded vis-à-vis your residence in this domicile? Very good. Will sir be staying for any considerable length of... Very good.
Just kind of sell the useless stuff.